Welcome to Positive Waves. My name is Matthew Collinson. This is my great friend.
Hello, I'm Joseph Soma.
We figured, Happy New Year, everybody.
No, Happy New Year.
I've been looking around at a lot of social media and what people do during this time of year. Like, I've been really kind of focusing on what people pattern into at the beginning of each year. And it's always funny because it's a quick drop too. But they start off with the whole New Year, New You, which I say forget about, by the way. It should just be you. But
How about New Year Authentic You?
ooh, I like that, man. Authentic you. That's a good one, man.
I know it's one of the things I love seeing is all the memes of the New Year, New You, and there's been some good ones this year. But I'm more or less more of a relaxed state. I'm not out drinking a lot. I think I ended up drinking like 2 beers or something. But
Mm.
it was warm enough here in Michigan that we had a bonfire for New Year's Eve. Like my son, partner, and I, we hung out by the bonfire, had a beer or two, and just enjoyed. It was amazing. It was like 37 degrees here in Michigan, and for New Year's Eve, that's a heat wave. So especially when the week before we were dealing with -20 and blizzard like conditions and all of that fun stuff. So Michigan is a little crazy with the weather, but yeah, I was definitely grateful to be able to have a fire in the middle of winter on the last day of the year, and it was great.
Heck yeah, man. I like that, man. Yeah, we sat by a fire yesterday, I think. Yeah, I want to say yesterday. Yeah, it was nice, man. It was funny as heck, actually. We went out to have a date, essentially drop off some errands and stuff like that. Uh, so that was fun. But we ended up having a conversation with some random guy, and then he ended up turning out to be an executive life coach, which is hilarious because of everything that I do. So
Nice.
we traded some information, and I'm going to see what comes of that. But I love how the universe just puts people into your path.
Right? I mean, that's a good way to start off 2023.
Yeah, it's
Rubbing
super
elbows
fun.
with some good execs.
It was hilarious, man. It was just sitting outside at a fire pit too, next to, outside it's a restaurant bar kind of thing, and there's a cigar shop right there. Wife got a new cigar to do sometime soon. She does like one or two a year at most. I was as well, but then they started making me sick, so
Yeah, that
which
happens.
that's fine. Whatever.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, they always smell really good. I always like the smell of cigars, just the scent. Like it's not so much the smoke piece.
Some, yeah, others not so much. And I honestly, I don't know enough about cigars to know what type of scent I was. But yeah, there are some out there that's like, ooh, that's a pleasant smell. And then there's others that are, you know, it's like smelling some of those stinky cheeses. It's like, what the fuck was that? I don't know. Is that wet sock or wet dog smell? Like, what are we dealing with here?
Oh no.
So yeah, those ones I don't care for too much. They ain't the right smell for me.
Yeah, I get that. So anyway, we wanted to start off the new year and talk about like goals, putting those goals into actions, and really start creating the year that you want to create for yourself. Because I think that's a huge positive wave that you can do for yourself and for all those around you.
Well, it gives you something to look forward to. What are you planning? What are you wanting to achieve? We've got 360 some days ahead of us of, days that we can create in this year. So what do you want to do with yourself? Do you want to just, keep sitting on the couch watching sports, drinking beers, or do you want to do a little more? Do you want to get that side hustle going? Do you want to get that passive income coming in? Like, what do you want to do to, step up, to level up, to improve?
Yeah, I like that. I think it's funny that it always does come back to money, but I think that if you're doing something that truly excites you and really, really help, like makes you want to get up in the morning, for instance. Like it becomes less about that because I feel like that starts to flow in as soon as you get in contact with your authentic self, like you were saying.
Right. Right. No, and it totally happens. I mean, we don't set out to make the biggest pay. We set out to, fill that space in our heart to, to find that passion to do what we love doing, like you with well, it's Collison Creations now, but when you started off with the Dream Creator, the amount of passion you had for your creation was phenomenal. And I know you still have it today, but you branched off so you can open up a little further. But I mean, that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to find that thing that fills our heart with joy, that makes us want to get up, that makes us wake up first thing in the morning and not say, "Oh, I got to go to work." It's more like, "Oh, I get to go to work," because
Hmm.
you're doing what you love, and it's so much fun that it doesn't feel like that task or that chore or that goddamn 9 to 5. Don't want to be here. Only got 15 minutes and a 20-minute lunch break. This is some bullshit.
Yeah, I put up with that very well. I've been a terrible, like I'm a terrible employee, and like, my wife always laughs at me for it because it's so true. Because it's like I just don't have that mentality. Like I really want to do the things I love to do, and I feel like I can do that independently. I mean, it takes others to get there, obviously. Like I couldn't do this without you.
Right? Teamwork does make the dream work, but you gotta set it in your own heart. I mean, if you weren't passionate about doing this, would we actually be here?
Nope, not at
Exactly.
all, man.
Exactly. So it's still that I love doing what I'm doing thing and continue going forward with. And that's part of what we're going to be doing here in the near future is setting up what we want to do with positive waves for the new year. What type of things do we want to bring? What type of events do we want to create and all of that? So, we're not just saying to you people get off your asses and do some. We also got to get off our asses and make
Do
this show
something.
better and better for all y'all.
Exactly, exactly, man. And that's actually what I was just doing this morning. I woke up, we slept in today because it's kind of a holiday for everybody, so we're just chilling.
Right.
And I just started working on this gratitude course that I'm building out for Positive Waves, and I'm just for the Ripple and above patrons. So that's
Cool.
the $5 one. Uh, and what this is going to do is help people get into that gratitude attitude on a daily basis, which is like where all good energy starts.
You got to start creating it somewhere. No matter how miserable your life is, finding gratitude will help shift and bring more things to be grateful for. So I love this idea and the form you were showing me, the paperwork you were showing me. Dude, it's so simple that I could have did it in my most angriest of days where I just, fuck you, fuck this, fuck everything,
Yeah,
mentality. And looking at that, I'm like, wow, only that one part might be a little difficult for some at the start, but you walked me through how you plan on doing it. I think it's an amazing idea. I think hundreds of thousands of millions will benefit if they want to come hang out and see what we're doing here.
yeah, man. I'm excited about that. So that's one course I'm releasing for everybody. And then I'm also very excited about the new events we have coming up starting next week. With the I'm going to do a goal setting one starting, what day is that? I have to look. Really bad with dates. The 12th. At 5 p.m. PST time, 8 p.m. EST time. It's going to be goal setting, and then the following week's going to be taking those goals and building actions for those goals.
That's awesome. Sorry, I was shuffling the Rebel deck. The
Oh,
card
that's
that
okay,
came
man.
out gave me the giggles. But hey, you want the card now?
Let's do the card now, man. I think it was perfect timing.
It is because it goes right along with what you're talking about. Says on the one side, be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse.
It's
So
true.
yeah, let's set off 2023 with a grateful mindset and see how well we can improve our lives over the course of this year. I mean, 1% every day, that's 365% by the time we sit here with y'all next year.
Yeah. And this kind of stuff excites me. This is what I love to do because I love breaking apart those kind of thoughts, those dreams, those goals, those visions. Like, because for some reason I find that people really like can have the goal and visualize it, but they don't know the steps to take to get to them.
Right. are just totally unsure of how to find them, where to look. I know I spent multiple years of fumbling around online trying to put words to what I was trying to do, and I was not very successful. That's why it took me so damn long. But after meeting some mentors, and you know, it really shifted and propelled me quickly. I mean, we're talking like a turtle to the hair. Like I was going slow as fuck, and then all of a sudden rubbing shoulders with the right people that know what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, and where I want to go. And they're just like, here, let me guide you over here. Come this way. And I was gone. And I'm so damn grateful for it, because I'd probably still be stuck on that plateau that I was stuck on a few years ago, in my YouTube rabbit hole. You can only go so far by yourself, and eventually the benefit of teamwork does come into play, and really does propel you forward.
Yeah, it totally helps with like things like accountability for sure. It helps with learning different people's perspectives because some people have gone through what you're going through and can know the next step essentially. So if you just follow suit and actually put what they say into practice, it seems to shift things at a much higher rate, as you were saying. Like I love that about communicating with people around the world like we do. Like it's so much fun for that reason. Not to mention all the dreams I get to play around in.
Right. And I bet this is your favorite time of year, because you got all those people doing that new year, new you resolution stuff. And you can actually help guide them to that new them without, the impossible goals, or like you said, the accountability. Going alone, you tend to give up easily on yourself when there's no support, or no one, lighting that fire under your ass to help you get that motivation to go. And I know you're not going to light a fire under anyone's ass, but I know that you'll be there as that support tool to help them have that confidence that they can push forward, they can work through, they can overcome whatever stood before them, scaring them or preventing them. Like I know you got the tools.
Oh yeah, man. And this the sick part is everybody actually already has these tools within them to do this. It's just a matter of getting into tune with it. And that part's just about like the daily habit piece and what you're doing with yourself every day. Like do you wake up and say, yes, I'm excited? Or do you wake up and say, oh, I gotta get up. So tired.
Hmm. I've been on both sides of that spectrum, and I can remember of many a days where I wake up at that 4 in the morning. Oh fuck, I gotta go to work again. Like I just went to bed. What the hell? And nowadays, I wake up and I give that gratitude. I thank Source, and I remind myself that it is another day in paradise, to start my day off right, to start my day off on that positive note. I mean, we've all heard that saying, waking up on the wrong side of the bed. Well, it's when you wake up crabby, bitter, angry, whatever it may be towards your day. If it's not a positive vibe, it's not going to be that positive of a day, most likely.
Yeah, it is the way, man. And like what we think about most of the time is what we form. I think that faith piece you were talking about, though, is super important to get in touch with throughout. Like, make it a certain practice of yours to get in touch with that source piece because that helps you get through those hard times.
Right, right. And I'm not saying go to church and become all religious, because I have my beliefs about that, but finding Source, your guide, your guiding path, that voice that speaks to you and guides you with that wisdom to what's best, not that little devil on your shoulder telling you to go do some dumb shit to get in trouble. We all know it's fun, but we don't like the trouble part.
I fully agree, man. Yeah, yeah. For me, it was a energy recognition and really thinking about how we're all these little waves of energy and how even our attitudes affect those waves of energy. And it's insane when you actually think about how big that is.
Right, right. That's a deep rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah. It's like you can cause so many little ripples if you want, or waves or tsunamis. That's why I like the positive waves aspect. It's like we're creating these positive waves that people can latch on to in order to help them grow through whatever it is they're growing through. And that's kind of the whole point of all of this, I feel, is that's where the service piece is for Joe and I here, is being able to bring you a new thought or a new kind of possibility, I guess, a new path that you can choose to take. And if you choose to take that, then you like start straightening out all that negativity into positivity, and that's the goal.
Right. Yeah, and exactly. I mean, using my stories and experiences, I hope that it helps someone else have one of those epiphanies for their situation and how they can come through it. And I'm not saying this is the only way to do it my way, because I know there's 8 billion people on this planet, so there's 8 billion different perspectives. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of different ways to do something, but it's opening that idea, it's turning that light bulb on, and adapting what you're going through to what we went through, and how you can make our experience, make your journey go a little bit smoother. And that's how that positive wave starts, by making the journey smoother for everyone.
Hmm. Yeah, because what you do for yourself, you do for everybody around you too, and that's just a piece of it. Like that's part of the wave.
Yeah, I never really believed that saying, if you want to change the world, first start with yourself, because that never really made sense until I really started shifting my own world. When I started shifting, that attitude of gratitude, saying, when you start having that gratitude for stuff, that does shift. And after practicing it for so long, it really does create that effect in your entire world. And everything around you shifts, changes. It's pretty magical to sit back and reflect on it when you go through it. So be kind and allow yourself to go through it.
Yep, one step at a time, my friends. That's about it. So other than that, I think I'm gonna call this episode good. Joe, are you good with that?
That was a great little way to dust off the computer and come back into the new year. I know taking that week off or so, it was different, not being in front of technology for a minute. So it was great to disconnect and spend that time with self, to get some meditations in, do a bunch of breath work, self Reiki. So definitely ready to start a year full of blessings and abundance.
Awesome, man. Same here, man. This is going to be a great year. I hope you all have a wonderful day, an awesome week, and the best year ever.
Thank you so much.